Today I'm going to show you how easy it is to make homemade cookies. I know a lot of people like to go to the store and buy the refrigerated cookie dough or the cookies that are already made because they think it's easier. But I'm going to tell you that it's really simple to make homemade cookies with just a few simple steps. The first thing you want to do is prepare your workstation. Get all of your ingredients out and all of your utensils that you're going to use and get yourself prepared and ready to go. I like to use the recipe on the back of the Hershey's chocolate chip bag. And I like to use the milk chocolate chips over the semi-sweet chocolate chips because they make a sweeter cookie. The first thing you want to do is get all of your ingredients pre-measured and stick them out in little bowls or whatever so they're easy to just dump in your mixture and go. The first ingredient it calls for is 2 1/4 cups flour. I like to use 3 cups of flour because it makes for a softer cookie. Then you're going to want 2 sticks of softened butter. In order to soften your butter, just leave it out for a couple of hours. Don't try to stick it in the microwave because it will melt and it'll ruin your entire dough. The next thing you'll need is 3/4 cup of brown and white sugar, 2 eggs, a teaspoon of vanilla, a teaspoon of baking soda, a half of a teaspoon of salt, and of course your bag of Hershey's milk chocolate chips. It's very important that you mix all of your ingredients in the proper order. You never want to add your flour first. A lot of people throw their flour in the bowl, then their eggs and everything else and just mix it all up together. But it's very important that you follow the steps. You'll want a large mixing bowl and either a hand mixer or a stand mixer. I like to use my stand mixer. It just makes it go a little bit quicker. You'll want baking sheets and parchment paper, or you can grease your baking sheets, but I like to use parchment paper because it makes cleanup a lot easier. The first thing you'll want to add is your butter and your sugars and your vanilla. Mix those up to a nice creamy mixture and then put your eggs in. And once those are blended in well, then you can add your flour along with your baking powder and your salt. But add it in slowly and be careful not to overmix your flour. Overmixed flour makes hard cookies. Nobody likes hard chocolate chip cookies. The next thing you're going to want to do is stir in your chocolate chips. I never use the mixer to stir in the chocolate chips because it chops them up and then your cookies kind of come out brown, not that light golden brown, but a really dark brown, and they don't taste quite as well. So I always stir my chocolate chips in by hand. The next thing you want to do is put your cookies on your baking sheet. A lot of people use a cookie scooper that looks like a little ice cream scooper, or you can just use a spoon and then roll them into little balls. You just want to make sure that they are uniform in size. If you have a bunch of different sizes, they're not going to cook equally. The next thing you want to do is make sure you use proper timing. You always need to set a timer. If you don't set a timer, you can burn your cookies or overbake them. Either way, they're going to come out hard and they're not going to be very good. You can always underbake a cookie because you can add more time later, but you can't take it away. And chocolate chip cookies are supposed to be soft and a little gooey. So even if they're a little underdone, nobody's probably going to notice. So as long as you follow my 3 simple instructions, pre-measure, proper order, and proper cook time, then you're going to end up with some really nice looking chocolate chip cookies.